Welcome to GreenGov 2016. And to begin our day-long program, would you please now welcome the Director of GW's School of Media and Public Affairs and the creator of PlanetForward.org, Frank Sesno.
Good morning. We're going to have to do a little better of that. Good morning.
Good morning.
I was just told backstage that you're leaders, so I need better than that. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, now you're leading. Indeed, I'm Frank Sesno. I am the director of the School of Media and Public Affairs, which is based in this building. We use this facility, Jack Morton Auditorium, all the time. I'm also the creator of Planet Forward. Planet Forward is a platform, if you haven't visited, we'd love for you to do that, planetforward.org, where we tell the stories of innovation that drive sustainability in energy and climate and in food and water and the built environment and in the stories that you're doing. So I hope that you'll check it out. And if you have a story that you'd like my students to tell, please feel free to email me at Sesno, S-E-S-N-O, @gw.edu. There's a little thing I do with my students. I play the grandma game with them. And I want to introduce you to the grandma game because it's really effective in what you do. I say to my students, okay, who here has a grandma who's alive? And almost everybody raises their hand. You have a grandma, she has a grandma. You don't have a grandma, you just raised your hand because you will. Okay, she's getting exercise. This is it's going to be a great day, everybody. Anyway, so who's got a grandma? Hands go up. Who's got the oldest grandma in the room? We go around the room, and inevitably, in my class, the oldest grandma was 89. Not bad. These students were born, I'm going to scare you, in about 1996. That's when they were born. So I say, you got great DNA in your family. If you lived to your grandma's age, what year is that? And this is when I know that I don't have math majors in the room because there's silence for a long time. And finally somebody says, 89, 96, 2085. Oh my God, I will live to 2085? And I say, how many of you want kids someday? And the hands sheepishly go up. And I'll say, I'll make the math easy. If you have a kid in 9 years, in 2025, and your kid lives to your grandma's age, what year is that? And they go, oh my God, that could be like 2113, 2114. And I say, that's right. This century is yours, and you will live it. You will see it. 2050 is tomorrow. 9.7 billion people, twice as much energy, 70% more food, 40% more water. How are we going to do that amid climate change and population growth and urbanization? And which one of you is going to get rich and famous figuring it out? That's what you're doing. And that's what's exciting, is figuring out the future. And that's how we need to tell the story even more, in an exciting, positive, professional, engaging, compelling way, figuring out the future, because we all are living the grandma game. We may not see 2086 or 2100 or anything like that, but we know it's coming, and then we know our kids will. So I welcome you today, and I want to thank you for the work that you're doing and for all the ideas that brings you here. I also want to thank the volunteers who make this event possible, many of whom are wearing bright green GreenGov t-shirts. So if you need assistance, see the GreenGov t-shirts in the back, wave your hands, okay? Ask them, clap for them. I want to thank the organizers from CEQ and GW, including Kathleen Merrigan, whom you will be meeting. Kathleen Merrigan is the Executive Director of Sustainability here at GW and a towering presence in this field. Also, Jenna Riemenschneider. Jenna has just been a hero in all of this. I want to thank the sponsors, particularly the United Soybean Board, for helping to make this event possible, because it takes support and sponsorship and a few dollars to bring it all together. You should know that the event is being broadcast via live stream, also on big screens on the second floor, where there is breakfast. And food is always in good taste, so feel free to dig in. If you're interested in participating, and I hope you will be, after all, this is the School of Media and Public Affairs. I'm a media guy. I encourage media. Use social media to blast out of here. The hashtag is GreenGov. You can join the conversation on Twitter there. You can also submit questions via Twitter for folks who are going to be here on stage addressing you during and the issues over the course of the day. You've also been given note cards if you prefer the analog variety, and you can write on those. This is something I try to tell my students. You can still pick up a pen or a pencil and write. We can still read. Anyway, do that and pass those in, and the GreenGov t-shirts will pick those up and incorporate that into our speakers as well. We all want to congratulate the GreenGov 2016 winners. They were announced yesterday at the White House. We continue to showcase your innovation and leadership here and beyond. Those are stories we should tell. I'm all about storytelling. Tell your own stories. You're telling your story here. We'll do our best to project them beyond. Now, speaking of leadership, it really is my pleasure to introduce the president of this amazing university, 16th president of the George Washington University, Stephen Knapp. President Knapp has brought sustainability to this campus in a way that we have never seen before. He has helped to create a culture of sustainability among students, among the administration, among the operational elements of this place, among those of us who teach it and preach it, because this is not something that should be kind of a sidebar activity. It's something that should be incorporated into the way we think and act and just are. And we have seen that really make remarkable progress, thanks in very large part to the leadership of President Steve Knapp. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming the 16th president of George Washington University, Stephen Knapp.
Thanks very much, Frank, for the very kind introduction, and also for being such a creative and powerful voice for sustainability, really nationally through Planet Forward, but also in particular on our campus as an inspiration to our students who, I have to say that Frank gave me a lot of credit for bringing sustainability to this campus, and it was indeed one of the priorities I announced when I first arrived, but it was very much in response at that time to the passion for these issues exhibited by our students who were already very actively engaged, as well as many of our colleagues on our faculty here, and I'll say just a little bit about that in a moment. I want to begin by welcoming you to the George Washington University and acknowledging, as I'm delighted to do, Christy Goldfuss, who's the Managing Director of the White House Council on Environmental Quality. We're honored at George Washington that this is the third time we have co-hosted the GreenGov Symposium with the White House Council on Environmental Quality. Later today, we're going to be joined by USDA Secretary Tom Vilsack, who has been a frequent visitor to our campus and, in fact, gave a keynote address the very first time we sponsored or hosted the GreenGov Symposium. That was a number of years ago. We're glad to have him coming back to campus. We'll also be welcoming award-winning chef Dan Barber. His book, The Third Plate, is on the syllabus of an innovative course on food and sustainability titled The Sustainable Plate, co-taught here each year by another award-winning chef, Jose Andres. Sustainability is a core value of our university. We have 11 institutes and some 200 faculty members engaged directly in sustainability research, 38 sustainability-related degrees, including a minor in sustainability that's open to all undergraduates. We have 470 courses with relevant content, and those of you who spend time in this neighborhood will be aware that we've done a lot of building on this campus. In fact, during the last decade, we've put up 11 buildings, all of them LEED certified. Every building we've built has been either gold or platinum LEED. 2 years ago, we did something a little bit unusual in partnership with another member of our consortium of universities, the American University, and with the George Washington University Hospital. We put half of all of our electricity on solar power by creating something called the Capital Partners Solar Project that enabled us to capitalize the construction of 3 solar farms. And so we're bringing that amount of solar energy into the Washington area. Recently, we've developed several case studies on topics such as bio-based products and waste management, and Kathleen Merrigan, who was mentioned earlier, the executive director of our Sustainability Collaborative at GW, which really embraces all of our academic programs in sustainability, will discuss the findings of those case studies in a little while. So again, I want to thank you for joining us, and I hope you'll look to GW as a source of sustainability expertise. We really are here to help serve the federal government as well as any other partners who are interested in benefiting from first of all, from the talents and energies of our students who serve as interns in many of your agencies, and also the expertise that we can provide as we focus on urban sustainability and its connection with global sustainability. And it's really a contribution that we're delighted to participate with you in making to addressing what I think many of us see as the most, I think the President recently said, terrifying, but also as an extraordinary challenge facing the rising generations that it is our mission to educate. Thanks very much. Please enjoy and profit from today's symposium. Thank you.